everyone, welcome to Model HQ by llmware. I'm Nami Oberst, the co-founder of llmware, and I'm really excited to give you a quick overview of Model HQ. So let's get started. As you saw on the screen while I was introducing myself, this is our tutorial for getting started with Intel devices. Once you purchase Model HQ through our website or through our other reseller partners, you will get an email with some important information like the link to this video and our other documentation, as well as a license key as shown. Copy this license key as we will use it shortly when we first log on to Model HQ. You can download the product as shown and enter your license key. You will soon have options for whether you want the full download, which is a pack of models like a starter kit, along with hundreds of sample files and documents that you can experiment with. I highly recommend you start with the full download. Before we get started with model downloading, however, it is important to make a couple of adjustments to your device settings. Go to Settings and change the power mode to Best Performance and the hibernation and battery settings to Never. This is to make sure that the hibernation mode does not interfere with the model download, and you can change this back after you are done with downloading the models. Depending on your internet speed, it takes about 30 minutes to download these models, sometimes more depending on traffic to our Azure repo. And you can also elect to download the models from our Hugging Face site as well. Also, don't forget to plug in your device to your power source so that the model download can happen more efficiently.
A few moments later.
Ta-da! The models have successfully downloaded and we're ready to get started. Once the models are all downloaded, you will automatically see the main home screen of Model HQ. Now, let's get started with a quick tour of our model repo. Click on the Models card and you will see a number of models that are recommended for your device configuration under My Models. You will see a check mark next to the models that I have just downloaded, and below you will see quite a few models that have a download symbol next to them. In addition, there is an option to see all the models in the model repository. This also includes models that are frontier models like OpenAI or Anthropic that you can connect into as you're using agents, and of course as well as other types of models that you can test. Let's start by testing a model. For this test, we will select the Phi-4 Mini OV. Select the model, then the Test button, and click on the Standard Test button. In Model HQ, we have a couple of standard tests we provide, so you can see the model performance in terms of quality and speed, and then you can see how they run on your device. This test shows you really useful metrics like the first token speed time and the total inference time per question, as well as the input and output token counts, so you have a really good sense of how this model performs on your device. It is important to also note that for Intel devices, we highly recommend using models that end with OV in the name. It is because these are models that have been quantized and optimized for use in Intel devices using OpenVINO library, and they provide far superior performance for Intel devices than any other method of inferencing. And if you are looking to use NPU models specifically, look for NPU in the model name, then OV. And now let's run a test with a larger 14B V model from Microsoft. What we want to show you here is that our built-in test consists of a number of preset questions for the model to answer, along with a context passage, and we also give you the gold answer, which is the correct answer. The verbiage the model uses around the answer can of course vary from model to model, but we want you to have that gold answer so you can kind of get a sense that the model is getting the substance of the answer correctly. We created these business-like context passage tests too, so that you can easily test models for their fundamental understanding of context, like in RAG. Now we're on to everyone's favorite part, agents. In agents, we provide you with a number of built-in agent demos and templates. Each of these templates are designed to show you some really cool use cases by showing you how they work, and also so that you can see visually how they were created so that you can easily build and deploy agents yourself. So let's start with our contract analyzer agent. As you see, it's a very simple agent that is designed to answer the same set of questions from an employment agreement. It is drag and drop and easy to move around with your mouse. You can see the questions in each node that the agent model will answer around this employment agreement. When you click the Go button on the left-hand menu, you will see the option to run the agent directly or run it in demo mode. For every template agent we provide, I recommend you use the demo mode first so you can see what the agent is supposed to do and how it works. If you expand the description bar, you will see a very detailed description of what the agent is supposed to do, what the steps are, and even information about where the documents are that are being used for this demo. As you can see, the model is running really fast even on the 16GB device. Now that you have seen what this agent is about, you can try it out yourself with another document of your choosing. We will grab a document, in this case an employment agreement, from the sample document that was recommended in the description. We're going to load it and run the agent, and you will see it working exactly as it did in the demo. This agent and any other agent you create in the future can very easily also be shared with anyone else who has Model HQ. You can select the agent, then click the share button, and then you can then download the zip file containing the agent and email it to a colleague. And once that agent is in the colleague's download folder, they can upload it in one click by selecting the upload button and selecting that agent to upload. Now I want to show you another feature of the agent we just ran, which is the output. I don't know if you noticed, but the last service node was actually to run an agent report. If you select that service at the end of your agent, it will create a Word document of your output as shown. Now let's look at another agent that's a little bit more complex, which is the AC Field Tech Support agent. As before, let's run this agent in the demo mode first. This is an agent that is designed to take a photo of an AC panel, and based on the serial number and a lookup table that is embedded in the agent, is supposed to figure out what type of freon is being used and get information about that type of freon from technical documentation that is also embedded in the agent. As you can imagine, this type of workflow could be tremendously useful for anyone in the field without Wi-Fi who is in repair work, let's say, and needs to consult technical documentation. What I want to show you here is that the models that are being used as part of this demo are not uploaded as part of the initial pack of models that you just downloaded. In that case, the models will automatically download the very first time that you use the agent. So I highly recommend that you test via demo mode any new agent before trying to use it, so you can make sure that you have downloaded the necessary models. Of course, this happens only the first time you use that agent, and using it going forward will be seamless just like any other agent. Now let's dive into our chat feature. This is our basic feature where you can test a model via chat mode. You can also use this feature to ask natural language queries to your own documents and sources, which we cover in other videos. It is easy to check which models you are using and also easy to change models if they have been already downloaded onto your device. Please note that chatbots are actually not connected to the internet. We have features that allow you to connect to Wikipedia and other internet sources, of course, but chatbots can only answer questions to data they have access to, like, what is an AI PC? We are now going into our bot mode. Here you can customize your own bot that you can use in this section or add later to an agent process. To give you some ideas and examples, we have template bots we provide with a demo mode, just like in the agent section, that have preloaded questions so that you can gauge a model's performance with questions or data that you choose. As you can see from the demo bot example, a bot can also have embedded sources so that it can answer natural language questions from the source. It's really easy to create a custom bot with Model HQ, and we have videos on this as well. Finally, speaking of videos, I wanted to show you where you can go to for more information, instructions, and help. Click on the wrench icon, which is our tool icon, and then Help. You will find links to our documentation, support email, and other instructional videos. We constantly update our documentation and videos, so please check back often. That was a very quick walkthrough of the most basic features. Thank you so much for watching, and I can't wait to see what you build with Model HQ. Bye everyone!